Bronny James. That's the topic today.
Oh,
So what happened was today they announced that, or he announced, or Rich Paul did, his agent, that he will be foregoing his college eligibility and be staying to enter the NBA draft. With that being said, man, what's your guys' thoughts on that?
oh man.
Let me go first so I can clear up the post today. All right, so a lot of people are up in arms with me telling with my take about if I was a GM, I would take Bronny in the first round. Didn't say the first pick, first round though. If I'm one of them teams that's that's sad and I'm a GM and my first job is to sell tickets, I'm bringing in Bronny. I'm bringing in Bronny with the hope that LeBron really is going to hold up to what he said. I want to play with my son, so I'm going where my son is going. So I'm going to take that chance and I'm drafting Bronny. And I'm going to sell a hell of a lot of jerseys, hell of a lot of tickets, and maybe even get some free agents that want to come here. You know what I mean? So that's number one. Now, on the flip side of it, when Bronny first declared for the draft and kept his eligibility, I was one of the people that said that Bronny should go back to school another year. I still believe that, but my take on this, him foregoing his eligibility, come on, man. You think LeBron don't know something? You think that they don't know something that
And
he's
he and he
going to
and
get
he and
drafted
he's testing free agency too.
and he's testing free agency? You think it's not something that Bron is one of the most intelligent, business savvy basketball players we've seen. You can shake your head, man, but that's all hate. You shaking up your hate. He's one of the most intelligent, business savvy NBA players we've ever seen. He's made pretty much every right move that he can make for his career. You think that he's not doing the right thing? You think he doesn't know something is going to happen with Bronny foregoing his college eligibility and coming out in this draft? Bronny's going to go somewhere. He's going to get drafted, and I wouldn't be surprised if LeBron follows him. This is a plan. Every move he makes is calculated. Every
So,
move he makes is calculated.
so I'm gonna assume that most people here don't think he should make it because of his stats. He shouldn't be in
Right,
going to the draft because of his
That
stats in
doesn't
college.
matter. That
right.
doesn't
And
matter at
clearly,
all.
that does not matter in college. It's plenty of Vince Carter in college was such an average player in college. Jameson
Yep,
was the star of that North Carolina team, and we know
yep.
who had the better NBA career. So let me just take you back real quick, guys. Help me out, X. Who'd you say is the reason that Dallas lost yesterday?
Lively didn't play.
Lively didn't play. So let me take you back to college his freshman year. 1 year. Lively averaged, I'm a Duke fan, by the way, averaged 5 points and 5 rebounds in his freshman year of college. You know he got drafted? In the lottery, number 12. Tell me anybody that you can find that said Dallas is going to make the finals this year because they drafted Derek Lively. You will find not one person, not even his mother, would have told you that. But you know what? We got somebody right now saying that him missing that game, let's play people like that. Him missing that game yesterday is the reason they didn't make it. That college, you got to look beyond college sometimes because college game is so much different than the NBA game. The spacing, everything, the way the ball, the plays, everything. It's more of an open game in the NBA. And that kid, Bronny, can handle that ball. He has speed. I didn't know he had the vertical that they put him at, the vertical 40 inches, which is crazy. I'm not saying Bronny about to come in here and lead a team to a championship or be on a championship team next year. But what I am saying is his game is more suited for the NBA. Whether that means he's playing 18 minutes a game and he's 18 minutes a game, some players help out with 18 minutes a game. Gafford, all of them playing about 18, 20, 23 minutes a game. Help teams out with that. He might become more than that. We don't know. But what I do know is Bronny went into a horrible situation, had with the heart situation, so he didn't get to start off the season like he needed to because he wasn't there for none of the workouts for USC. And then he went to a team that had a bunch of freshmen that were ranked higher than him when he got there. So that was a bad decision on him joining that team number one. He should have went to a lesser college or something, a D1 college but lesser. But I believe that Bronny is a talent. I believe that Bronny can play the game of basketball in the NBA. And I believe him staying in college will only lessen the of him playing the game. and professionally. I think right now is the time to do it. You did your combine. You showed out in the combine. Your measurables was great, other than the height thing. But everything else, like all the drills you did, was good. And he's an athletic point guard that can shoot. He's a knockdown shooter. Now, I didn't say a great shooter, a knockdown shooter. He can hit open shots. He can get to the basket. He plays defense very well. I think his game is very. In another person, what Russell Westbrook. His career in the UCLA was 8 points a game for his career. I didn't even hear of him when he got drafted. I'd never seen this kid play in college. I seen some highlights later on. But who's seen Russell Westbrook being what he turned out to be? What, an MVP or two-time MVP or one-time MVP? He's
One time.
whatever it's going to
One
be.
time.
One-time MVP. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. No one. I'm not saying again Brian's going to be any of these people. But what I'm saying is the question is should he have gone to the draft? Correct. The answer is hell yes, he should have. Don't waste no more time. You already got a little health issues. You don't know how long you're gonna last. Get out there, get what you can get. You're gonna get drafted in the first round, by the way. That's a prediction. He will definitely be drafted in the first round. He came out in the perfect draft. That's my last thing. This is a weak draft. You don't know what that next year's draft gonna be that can push you back even further. This is a weak draft. Get in there now where teams can take a shot and they take a shot you in the first round. They can't say, oh well, other people better. It might be, but no one's projected. Not one person in this draft is projected to be a superstar. Not one.
Let me tell y'all what's going on. This is showing how selfish LeBron James Sr. is. Okay? This is all about LeBron James. This is LeBron
Man hates
being
LeBron.
selfish, worrying about how much time he's got left to play with his son instead of actually worrying about his son's development. And the best thing for Bronny is to stay in college for another 2-3 years and actually get better. Reek, you used the example. He couldn't work out because he had a heart attack. That's exactly the reason he should stay in college, so he can work through that and continuously get better because of that. Not throw him into the NBA a year after heart surgery. Um, and this is all about LeBron wanting to play with his son. He told his son, "Get in the draft, and you're gonna get drafted by the Los Angeles Lakers." That's why y'all are oblivious. Y'all are actually thinking he's going to get drafted by the Pistons, the Blazers, the whoever. He's going to the Los Angeles Lakers, whether he's drafted to them or picked up after the draft as a free agent. Why? Because of his last name. That's why. And I don't know if y'all read the report today. He's only going to work out for the Lakers and the Suns as of right now.
Mm-hmm.
And why would he even work out for the Suns? Because it's close to LeBron James Sr. This is all about LeBron. He's pushing his son in that direction, and this is what's going to happen. They're going to draft him. He's going to play with his son, 10 minutes a night on the court at the same time. And then LeBron's going to retire. He's going to buy the NBA team in Las Vegas, and then Bronny's going to join him in Las Vegas, and that's the only reason Bronny will stick around the league. He's not an NBA long-term prospect. I'm sorry. Y'all got to remember that this is LeBron Jr. It's not LeBron Sr. in 2003. He has not shown that potential yet. This is all about LeBron. If I was LeBron, leave your son in college. Let him develop. Let him get better. And let the man build out his own future. It's all about, oh my God, LeBron has to play with his son. Why? He doesn't have to go play with him in front of your front yard. I mean, come on now. I mean, this is just all about LeBron, and it's ridiculous. So I'm telling y'all, the Lakers are going to draft them, and that's ridiculous, honestly, because it's like you're holding the team back even more. The guy's not ready to contribute to the team. And it just shows how stupid the Los Angeles Lakers are, continuously listening to LeBron, and it's absurd at this point. So I think the best thing for Bronny is let him keep playing college, let him develop that way, and then let him build out his own path. LeBron's too worried about his own interests, honestly. I think LeBron wants him to be a Laker more than actually Bronny does. If you're really asking me the honest truth, I think it kind of puts pressure on Bronny within himself, if anything. So I think you guys are oblivious where you are like, oh, he might get drafted to Nuggets, to the whoever. To no, this is all LeBron's plan. He's gonna have him in LA, and he's not gonna be able to contribute for the rest of LeBron's life in the NBA. He's not ready yet. He's gonna play with him 10 minutes a night just for you guys to say, oh my God, look, he's playing with his son. Yeah, I mean, who cares? I mean,
You don't want to play. You don't want to play soccer with your dad, man. If you had the opportunity.
I want him to develop and build his own path. If I end up playing with him, then great. But he's clearly not ready to be a Los Angeles Laker true contributor night in and night out.
If his last name wasn't James, but his what he did in college last year, he wouldn't have the opportunity that he has right now. I agree with that. But what I disagree is I do think his game is more suited for the NBA than college. And also, I do think taking a risk at going back to school for 2, 3 years with these classes, you don't know what these classes are going to be. It can hurt him more than he right now being. You can take a risk when everyone's saying around the world this is one of the worst draft classes ever. This is when a team can take a risk like let me try him because it won't get as much backlash if it doesn't work because the draft class wasn't as good anyway. So I think I get your point though. You're right about that. He's getting it because of the name and because Bron's pushing
Well,
it.
who cares?
But I don't think that's a horrible thing. Like plenty of people done that. Like Austin Rivers would have been out of the league if his father didn't pick him up. Doc Rivers on a couple of teams, like for the
I
NBA.
kind
You
of
know what I mean?
disagree with that because Austin Rivers showed more at Duke than Bronny
No,
did at
I'm
USC.
talking about after the NBA. When Doc took him in, nobody else was taking him. Doc had to go sign him. Nobody else wanted to pick him up.
The,
Well,
And
no,
the,
he
Doc
was
did.
big,
still he
the
was
biggest,
hooping. He
the
was
biggest
hooping in New
reason.
Orleans.
No.
The,
Before that, Doc picked him up before that. And then after he played with them, then he started getting picked up. He was with Denver for 3 years too, and then Minnesota as well. But before that, before he had his career was in
he
a
got
halt.
drafted
They
to
didn't
New
like an
Orleans. Yeah.
attitude.
He got
Yeah,
drafted in New Orleans.
yeah, he had a number one mentality as far as number one player on the team mentality, but his game didn't play that way in the
Well,
NBA.
Mm.
well, I kind of agree with Reek on this more so than anybody else because the NBA game is totally different than college. I mean, at the end of the day, like just because you don't ball in college does not mean you're not gonna ball in the NBA. The Russell Westbrook, I had Russell Westbrook written down on my paper when you said it. Russell Westbrook, way better college player. There's a lot of guys that you can look at and say way better in the NBA. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, way better in the
Anthony
NBA.
Davis.
Right. So when I look at it, I said to myself, you have guys in college like your Adam Morrisons, your Jimmer Fredette's that wild out there. And it doesn't mean it's going to translate to the NBA. I have no issue with a team taking a chance on Bronny. I love what you said about this draft. This is the draft that you want to take a chance on Bronny. You know,
Yeah.
see, me and you always clown about you being the coach and I'm the GM. I do think that it's a business. At the end of the day, it's a business. You may not like it. My number one thing is to win for sure, because I want to win. But I also want to sell tickets. A lot of merchandise have it has to be entertaining for my fans that's gonna come in or watch it on cable. So I just feel like Bronny is a guy that I would draft, especially like you said. See, if I have a chance of getting LeBron James to come to my city, that to me that I'm taking that risk, especially in this draft. Now, not a lottery pick, but
No,
even with the lottery picks, a lot of
I
those
would.
guys are going to be misses. A
They're
lot of
gonna be
those we're going to
trash.
miss a lot of them. So, I have no issue with him coming out. I do. Me and C have tend to disagree on some of this stuff. What he said, as far as playing JV or playing varsity. I think, when you play up, especially like little kids, I know Reek's son plays football. When you play up against better competition, even if you don't get all the reps that you would have got at a younger age, it's gonna show a difference whenever you get to that same
Yeah.
level field. So I have no issue with Bronny wanting to go pro. I don't think the college game is. We always talk about box office. You know this. You've even said international basketball is taking over. And to me, college doesn't play the same way as international or the NBA. It's much different game. So I have no issue with him coming out this year. I think this is the perfect time for him to come out.
I think it's a huge mistake.
No.
I think
A massive one.
I would definitely want to see him one more year there, because based off of what I seen from him this season, it wasn't enough for me to say this guy is NBA ready, that he can transition well in the NBA. I don't see it at all. The dude don't jump off the screen to me. He has too many holes in this game right now to put him in this position right now. And when you talk about the NBA draft, you're talking about building a future for your team. It's like you're just picking him for the hell of it, and I just don't think he's gonna make any team better. I don't see no future star in him at all. I think he needs to. I think he need to still play at the collegiate level. I don't think he should take the path that his dad is taking. Go your own path. Do what you feel is best for your career. Don't follow your
But what if
dad's
he thinks
path.
this is what's
Why
best,
is I was
Kill?
gonna say, why is this not his path? Why does he? Why does everybody think this is not what he wants to do?
Because he's picking between I never seen a player that decide to say, "Hey, I'm gonna also enter the NBA draft, and I'm also gonna enter the transfer portal." Obviously, there's somebody in his head. When somebody just entered the transfer portal, you enter the transfer portal. You don't also enter the NBA draft also at the same time.
Hey,
That
hey,
doesn't make
There's a
no
lot of
sense.
college
but
players that put their name in the hat.
Like
A lot of
who?
but you know what?
Caleb Love
He
literally
just went back.
just committed to coming back.
He just
Literally
Yeah,
went back
today.
today. Today, yeah.
today.
But I got a better question for you, Key. Because you said the draft is supposed to be for the future of the team. I think you're mixing NBA and NFL drafts because NBA drafts typically after the first 7 picks, everything else you're pretty much a role player. Like think of all the NBA teams superstars. Pretty much all of them that's a superstar was a top 10 pick
Yeah,
at
you gotta
best.
hit a lot. You gotta hit
Pretty
a
much.
lottery
It
pick.
ain't like the NFL. NFL, you might get a third round, fourth round pick. NBA, if you're outside the top 7 pick, you're not going to be a superstar 98.7% of the time. So after that 7 pick, whoever you take is the football court. You just want to get some good role players on your team after that.
And in this draft, the lottery picks at best are going to be the third option on a on a
And,
championship
and I
team.
and I'll even put what Reek just said out there. Jason Tatum Brown, both top five picks. Cat and Ant, both top five picks. Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, both top five picks. If you're gonna be led by a team, it's gonna be by your top five picks.
Joker's the anomaly.
All you
Joker
say,
is the anomaly.
all of that you just said right now, Bronny James, not a top five pick.
I don't think he's.
Why would
But
you
I
not?
think I
But
think
why would
you and
you
I
not?
talk.
But why
You and
would you
I talked
not
about
stay
this
in
real quick,
college
Kill.
and improve your draft stock though?
He's
Instead
never
of
gonna be. He would never be a top 5 pick, no matter how long he stays.
Yeah,
we
it
don't
doesn't
know
matter if
that.
it's
We don't know that
no,
though.
he
We
wouldn't
haven't
be.
seen much
He
from him
He
wouldn't be.
though.
won't be. He
He
won't be.
wouldn't be. We don't know you're right. If we're being realistic, you're right. But realistically, he's not. He wouldn't be.
We don't know. We
Ronnie's
don't
what,
know
six
that though, man,
one?
because we're judging off of the amount of minutes, the amount of games that he played, which was a small size sample though. So that's what we're going off of right now. So we don't know what his potential could be in college
Okay,
right now.
here's what I'll say,
I
Keel.
think his. I agree with Keel. His draft stock could only get better.
You sure?
I don't know
What if
about
an
that.
injury happens next year?
Not with better classes pushes him back.
And,
How do we
and,
know they're going to be better classes?
and,
Like,
and, I, and I'll say this. Keel said as far as you said his numbers can go up and that might push him up, basically what I was getting to. But Steph Curry was insane in college and he wasn't a top
Oh
five
wow,
pick.
you comparing Steph
No,
Curry.
I'm
and
using
that was
I'm
a
using an
mistake.
example.
And that was a mistake.
Yeah,
Why?
I agree with you. I agree when it's out, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't matter if his numbers get better. No, his numbers can get better. It's all about potential. They have to see the potential in you. And most of the time, a guy at his height, 6'1", you talking about Kyrie Irving's bigger than that. Allen Iverson. Do you see that? Do you see from him Allen Iverson?
No,
Hell no. I
but I
don't care
could
how
only
long he
see
stays.
better than I see now. Is what I'm
But
Listen,
he's
saying.
not gonna be Allen
look,
Iverson good.
potential.
No,
NBA is big on potential. Great Tatum was the third pick in his draft. You know who went before him? Ben Simmons and Lonzo Ball. In college, who was better in college? Tatum was better than both of them in college.
here's the
But
thing. I think
Not
we're
better than
Yeah, he
overthinking.
Lonzo.
loved
I
Tatum.
think I think
shit,
I
you
think we're
crazy.
overthinking it regardless because whether he's drafted this year, next year, the year after, he's gonna be a Laker because LeBron's gonna be there, and that's what they're gonna push
So
regardless. Regardless.
Yeah, it's just gonna put more
But
pressure with him
if you're
playing with the with his dad, dealing with the media, dealing with what they do this off season, about behind off the season, behind the scenes. Also, I just it's gonna be more pressure, more
Guess who can
media
help him with
drama.
all that?
You know what?
The guy
I
who's
agree
been
with
under
Keo.
more pressure than any NBA player in history. His dad,
I,
LeBron
I
James.
I'm gonna be real with you. I know you don't want to hear this, Iman, because I know you're a Detroit Pistons fan. But a team like Detroit, I wouldn't take him in the lottery, but I would trade back into the first round. If I have a chance of getting LeBron James to come to Detroit and change that culture, I would do it.
I don't think. Well, like I said, I think he's gonna end up a Laker, but I don't think that if let's say a Detroit actually did draft him, that LeBron's going there. I
No,
don't think.
LeBron ain't going no damn Detroit.
Can I be honest with you though? Can I be honest with you? I think LeBron believes he can't carry a team no more at this point to a championship.
I
So if he's
agree.
not
I
so
agree
if
with
he
that.
so if he's not going to a super team, I think he will follow his son. Unless he's
I do
going to
too.
to a Phoenix, a team that already got players already. I don't think Bron believes he could carry a team no more like he could in his last year in the Cavs. And maybe I guess a little bit with the LA in the beginning. So I think if he does go, like why not take that chance? You got four. No matter how you slice it, no matter the naysayers, you're still considered 1A or B as far as the best players in the NBA ever by majority of people, no matter what you do. So
Man,
you've done what you can do at this point. Now what's left? Play with my son. I don't care where my son goes. We're gonna play together.
man, if
I think LeBron's that big of a control freak that he's gonna say
yeah, selfish.
we are gonna pull a Eli Manning if you draft them. So do not draft them, and we the LA Lakers will
But
draft.
did you have that energy for the Mannings whenever they did that? I
No,
didn't hear you say that.
I don't care if a player does that. I
Okay,
don't
okay.
care. I don't care. I'm saying what I'm saying, as opposed to what Reek was saying, was that he'd be okay if Detroit drafted him and LeBron would be like, all right, I'm going to Detroit. No, I think LeBron would be like, hell no, you're going to be a Laker no matter what.
But he can't determine that. I mean, if I'm a GM, I don't care what LeBron says. I'm doing what I want.
But
Right.
then,
You either come with me and make me sell some tickets, or your son's gonna be stuck with us without you.
and I think LeBron would force his son not to put on that uniform. He'd be like, no, we're not going to play.
His son will never make it
No,
the
he
league no
wouldn't.
more after that.
He
All
You got
right,
wouldn't.
good.
He
See,
man.
wouldn't do
the
that,
difference
man.
with him and
LeBron,
Eli was good enough to go
you
to
got,
another team.
you got to think about it, bro.
My
You
bad,
got.
my bad. Go
Hey,
ahead,
I
Pete.
need all of y'all to think about this. LeBron hate LeBron so much. He's going to find a way to make LeBron at fault for anything that goes wrong, bro.
Hey,
So right
when
now,
Cleveland.
the Lakers draft them, y'all going to be like, wow, Ivan was right.
bro,
I think
everybody knows
Cleveland
that the
should
Lakers
draft
are
him.
leading. Yes,
We
I
know
think
they
everybody
serious
on
with
here
it.
is in
Yeah,
agreement that the Lakers are probably going to draft him.
yeah,
Why?
yeah. I
Because
believe
LeBron's
so.
going to push that. That's what I'm
Why,
saying.
why wouldn't he? You're acting like that's a bad thing. Why wouldn't he do that?
No, I'm saying y'all. I feel like y'all were oblivious, given given the idea that somebody else might draft them. I'm like, hell no, this is obvious. We know it's going to happen.
I would, because if I got the 10th, 11th pick, I'm gonna say if I'm in Charlotte or whatever the other team is, I don't know. I'm like, shoot, we can get some more sales possibly because Bron's a free agent. I'm gonna just take the risk and see.
Yeah,
So I
Because
if
got a
I'm,
question
if
for
I'm,
you,
if I'm
Yvonne.
from probably
You
11
said,
on,
hey Q, I know we gotta go, but I just want to hear you say this. So you're telling me, I don't even know where they draft that, but let's just say I'm gonna just throw a wild number out there. 26. The Denver Nuggets come up there and they take Bronny James. He gonna say that he's not playing for Denver? That's crazy.
And
I
think about
really
this.
don't think so.
If he do that, and think about this. If he do that and Bron says, you know what, I can go there too and possibly win a championship now. I'm going, Bron. I'm Bron. I'm gonna go get the championship too.
LeBron
Bron
I'm
won't
would
not
be
saying
stand
it's
in the
gonna
way.
happen. I'm not saying will.
Bron and Bronny would do a press conference together, signing their contracts in Denver. It would
That
be.
would be awesome.
And then
That
if
would
he
That
be.
say we're
would
gonna win a
that would be
championship,
But I'm a
lame as hell.
family guy, so I guess
Yeah.
Why would it be lame?
hey, bounce
Because,
off. Not for me, it won't be.
that would be lame just because it's corny, man.
I'm buying the jersey the next day.
you and your dad
I
would
can't
be
wait for you to have
corny.
a son, Yvonne. I
Also, the only three people that Bronny's putting in seats are y'all three. All right, I don't know anybody dying to see Bronny in
No.
a uniform. I am
said
not. I
Bron.
don't. It does not drive me.
I said
Hey, hold
Bron,
on,
and
hold
if
on. Let me
Bronny
tell you
goes,
something
then
about
Bron
these
gonna come
jersey
with him.
sales. Let me tell you something about these jersey sales. I'm a father and I have an 11-year-old son. You think we wouldn't be getting the James and James Jr. Jerseys if he came to the Pelicans?
You can
Oh,
go
come
create
on,
that
man.
on NBA.com right now, man.
Let's go,
All
Keon.
right,
Let's
man.
go.
Let's move. Let's move on, man.